Howdy and welcome to the Yellow Bird Hotline Podcast, the podcast where your favorite hot sauce company answers the most important food questions of all time, whether we're qualified to or not. We're not qualified to. We're going to do it anyway. As always, you can contact us by calling or texting 855-700-BIRD. That's 855-700-BIRD. You can also enter 855-700-BIRD. 855-700-BIRD at checkout at yellowbirdfoods.com. All caps, no dashes, for 20% off your next order. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Welcome.
Wow, 20%.
Hey. I didn't know we were doing a discount. I'm going to use that.
Discount,
That's huge.
Is that one-time use or is that unlimited?
It's one-time use.
Okay, just checking.
But it's unlimited one-time uses.
Whoa, you can use it once as many times as you want.
Wow. I'm not a Shopify expert, so I just put in a thing and I hope that it works, guys. Good luck out there.
Man, you never forget your 12th first time.
You never do. Well, it's my question this week. So like our format now is that one person gets a question every week, and we're all going to go around the horn and answer that question. And as stated, these are the most important food questions of all time. So
to us.
And now to you.
To the world.
During this 30 minutes of your day, this is the most important part of your day. Today.
One time use.
Be here now, guys.
Be here now.
The moment.
Be where you are. Can we all just take a moment to set our intention for this?
My intention has been set.
Okay.
Boom.
Good.
Ready?
Okay. Guys, here's my question.
Go ahead.
We all know there's a lot of food in the world.
There's only 4 food groups, man. It's not that many.
Okay.
There's a pyramid.
There's at least 4 or 5 foods in the world. What is one food or recipe or combination that you are pretty sure that you invented? Like it had not been around before you.
What if I have multiple? Am I allowed?
I'll let you do multiple, but
I'll stop it at 3.
I do want you to give me your top one, like the one that you're most sure that you invented. And for the purposes of this, we're going to disqualify Yellowbird sauce. Yellowbird sauce is not going to be one of the answers.
And I say, yeah, I mean, personally,
who made that?
As the creator and founder of Yellowbird sauce, I feel that Daniel Thompson, should take a lot of credit for creating Yellowbird sauce. And I'm pretty sure it didn't exist before me. Right? Is that how that works?
Yeah. Well, I've already disqualified that as an answer.
Shoot.
Your impact is huge.
Yeah.
So I've done the random list today. We're going to hear first from Katie. Katie.
Oh, lucky me.
The newest member of our podcast cast.
Yes. Well, I thought long and hard about this answer, and I like to call it Banana Crepancakes.
I like it already here.
A hybrid between a crepe and a pancake. It's really quite simple. Anyone can do it. So we love how easy it is to whip it up in the morning. Do you guys all have Notepad handy?
Oh, yeah.
I got one right
You
here.
don't even need it. It's that easy.
Throw it away.
What a misdirect.
Throw it across the room. I don't
Classic
need it.
misdirect.
1 banana.
One banana.
Got to mash that up. I just use a fork. Yeah. 1 banana. Mash, mash, mash. Unless you like your pancakes chunky, but I don't know. Okay. 2 eggs. Just beat those eggs up in the same bowl as banana. You don't need to get more than 1 bowl dirty. This is a 1 bowl kind of breakfast or lunch or dinner.
Keep it clean. Yeah.
Dash of vanilla, dash of cinnamon, dash of salt. Whip that up. Heat up a nice pan. Coat the pan in some butter or coconut oil or whatever your choice of oil is. And then fry it up like you would a normal pancake. And then top it off with some fresh cut berries and local honey, because we know my allergies all need local honey.
Wow.
That sounds good.
Nutritious and
Medicinal.
delicious.
Yeah, it's medicinal and it's,
Mhm.
Enjoyable.
Wow.
Has it always been like, since you first started doing it, has it always been the Banana Crepancake? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Pancake, yeah.
Did you name it for this episode?
I've never formally put a name on it until today, but it felt right. So
this wasn't part of the question, but I'm just curious because that sounds delicious, Kate. But like, what were the circumstances around which you like had to come up with that recipe?
So I was going to ask.
We're one mind, George.
In the morning when you want something for breakfast and eggs are just too boring and don't cut it, but you also don't have all of the ingredients to make pancakes, or some people are gluten-free, so the flour also doesn't cut it. You just kind of start to experiment, and most people, I shouldn't speak for most people, but I feel like it's very common to have eggs and at least one banana in your kitchen. I don't feel like that's a reach to ask. So we just kind of threw it all in a bowl and fried it up.
Oh, hang on.
Was there a co-creator?
You had a team here?
Wow. Conspirator.
I'd like to thank my mother.
Without whom we could not be here.
Yeah. How many people does the 2-egg, 1 banana ratio feed? Would you say?
I would say that's for one person.
Okay. So you can always double that up if you're,
just double that ratio. Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's really good.
That sounds pretty
good.
tasty.
Yeah.
I'm jealous because I feel like none of my homemade creations are that simple. You know, I've made it hard on myself.
I was just Googling top grocery items to see if that was on everybody's list.
Bananas are the number 4 crop in the world, so I'm pretty sure that would be.
Really?
The number 4 top selling grocery item in 2020 in the US was eggs. I'm trying to find where bananas falls.
Batteries?
Number 1 is soda, Coke, Sprite, soft drinks.
Wow, that is crazy.
I was gonna say $5 DVDs, but I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Cheesecloth.
$5 DVDs is number 5.
That's right, yeah.
So it goes eggs, then $5 DVDs.
And then the Wayans brother collection. Yeah. Medea.
Yeah. Yeah,
Every
most
Tyler
of the stuff
Perry
pretty much everything in the top 10 list is not very good for you, except for eggs. Anyway, eggs and bananas, pretty common thing. We always have those around. Those like probably our number 1 and 2 grocery items in this house. Well, you guys, you heard it first. Make sure you rewind and write down that recipe for the banana crepancake.
Pancake.
Yeah.
Well, I like that too, because a lot of people are like, save your bananas and then make banana bread. That was obviously a big COVID thing, but that requires a lot more effort. And then you got to wait for the bananas to get all mushy. And if you wait too late, or if you don't wait long, and that it's just, it's way more involved. So
you can put those bananas in the freezer.
Make crepancakes.
Okay, hold on. When you put the bananas in the freezer, do you leave the peel on?
No, you can't leave the peel on.
So many people do it. Who
does that?
So I've opened so many freezers.
Many grandmothers
and found
have done that. Yeah,
bananas with the peels. Yeah, and
what are you supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to do with a banana?
I don't know.
I'm still confounded by the idea of a frozen banana. I have never in my life put a banana in the freezer. Like, why?
Really?
Oh, they're pretty good.
If you want to do that, like, you know, you have old bananas and you want to save them and make some banana bread, or just make anything with them, just put them in the freezer.
Smoothie. They make for the best smoothies.
Now.
Yeah.
It's like super thick, sweet, creamy.
They
smoothie.
do. Good
guys,
smoothies.
I know it's not my turn, but I invented freezing bananas.
Wait, was that pre-peel or post-peel? What part of the movement were you a part of?
Or at least I own the trademark to Cryo-Nana. So I feel pretty good about
Cryo-Nanner.
That's when you cry into a banana.
Registered trademark. I do that frequently. Hey, let's continue on in our list. The second food invention. We're gonna go over to Aaron. Aaron, I know you said
Aaron's got a list of 30. Yeah.
I'm gonna go from the simplest to
count it down for us. Maybe, I want you to do the one that you're positive is yours.
What if I start in chronological order? So like when I think that I invented it to the most recent one. Okay.
I'll tell you what, you have 7 minutes to do the whole thing.
Tell the story. Take us on the journey.
Okay.
If this bus goes slower than 50 miles per hour.
Peanut butter and jelly tacos. Okay. So this happened because my parents would frequently, we would have no bread, and I would come home from school and I'd be hungry and I'd have to make my own whatever. And it was always peanut butter and jelly. But oftentimes we had no bread, but we always had corn tortillas. So if you heat up the corn tortilla in the pan with butter and you put some peanut butter in the jelly and you just make a tortilla.
100% chance you're not the first to do that.
But I did it when I was like 10 years old. So I was positive that I invented the
Did you do like a quesadilla, or was it like one?
Yes, it was more like a quesadilla. Yeah.
Okay. So you got two tortillas.
It was butter, and then you cut it into 4, just like a sandwich.
Yeah.
That sounds real good.
That sounds really good. Except
it was really good.
I mean, you were a child, so maybe you didn't think about this, but like how do you, or maybe it didn't matter. Like, how do you keep the jelly from running when it's hot? Because I mean, hot jelly just goes everywhere.
It doesn't matter.
What's the ratio? Peanut butter.
I use apple butter jelly or blackberry jam.
Ooh, I do like a blackberry jam.
I like that.
Good.
But are you like
butter?
2 to 1?
I'm sure you were using like Jif peanut butter or something.
It's pronounced GIF.
Yeah. Sorry. My bad.
Yeah. Choose
okay.
So stupid.
GIF.
Yeah, dummy.
It's delicious if you make it with butter and corn tortillas. Probably flour too, but we always had corn tortillas. And then the next one I learned in college, right when I first moved out into my dorms, and it was just cheese chips. I just wanted fried cheese. I was hungry. I wanted fried cheese. It was late.
So when you say cheese chips, this doesn't include chips, right?
No, you just fry it on a pan and let it get hard and crispy and burnt, sort of. And
so I put cheese on a pan and just let it get crispy.
And that was before I ever saw cheese chips out in the market.
Oh, they're everywhere now.
They're everywhere now.
Yeah.
But I think college students invented it.
Yeah, I'm not going to name any brands because they're not paying us, but
no,
there's a lot of big keto energy with fried cheeses out there.
Big keto energy, yes.
Homemade is the best, you know.
Yes, and you can use whatever cheese you want. There's like specific, brands out there with specific cheeses, but yeah.
We were just at a food show. Me and Kelsey and Daniel were just at a food show, and there was a cheese booth right next to us, and they were frying cheese.
But it was it was like a salty kind of like a
it didn't melt though.
Yeah, so it gets like a crust on it, and people were losing their marbles over it. It was great.
How many pieces of cheese did you guys eat?
It was our main source of calories for like 2.5 days.
I brought 4 blocks.
I think Kelsey blocks full.
I'm sorry. The nice man next to us at the booth said, "Would you like to take some cheese home?" And George and I were like, "No, no, no."
You never say no to that.
Open that Yeti cooler, man. Let's go.
Okay, well, and you were the only one who was smart enough to think ahead to bring
you brought your own cooler. Yeah.
Oh,
she's ready.
I've traveled before. You guys.
She has not forgotten that you get so many freebies at these shows.
Yeah, and this is like, it's a topic for another time to talk about coffee preparation. But I really like to have organic half and half, the real stuff, not shelf stable, like the cold good stuff in my coffee. So even though we were only at this trip for 3 days, I brought a little carton of it, and so it traveled in the car with us, and I put it in the fridge, and it was ready to go. So I was already prepped.
Lovely. Yeah, okay, Aaron, peanut butter and jelly tortillas. You have 7 more, right?
Last one. Last one. This one was especially exciting for me because I really did feel like I owned it and that it was my invention. And it happened at the end of a long week. Friday, went out to a bar in Houston near Reliant. It was a hole in the wall ice house. It was really dark. And I get there with my friends. It's late on Friday night. And I'm like, I get a beer and I'm like, no, exactly what I need right now is some vanilla ice cream. And I want to put that vanilla ice cream in the cup with the beer because that sounds amazing.
Ooh.
And I was like, I'll be right back. So I went to the store. I just left them there.
Leaves.
I went to the store. I got some vanilla bean ice cream. I came back. I made a beer float, and I was like, "That's it. This was everything that I wanted." And I'm pretty sure I invented beer floats, and that was in 2004. But the thing about beer floats, they give you some real BGs.
Yeah, Yeah.
Got to pay a tax on that.
They
with your
really
body.
do.
Yeah.
They
Well,
really do.
You got some gluten, you got some alcohol, you got some dairy,
Wow.
a bunch of sugar.
A lot of sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do
It
you
was
remember what?
worth it though. It was
Yeah.
worth
Do you remember
it.
what beer you used?
It was a
dark
stout.
beer.
It
Yeah,
was
has to
a,
be
it was
stout.
a chocolate
dang.
stout with vanilla bean ice cream, and I was like, heavens, the
That
heavens
sounds
opened
better.
up.
I was
Yeah.
picturing like a Corona with some vanilla
no.
ice cream, and I was like,
Yeah,
so
that
put
let
a
me
lime in
let me
it.
okay,
Unless
to
it was
set
like
the mood
Mexican
a little
vanilla.
more.
Sorbet.
Yeah, to set the mood a little more. It was December. It was like kind of cold and like, you know, I wanted something that was like dark, and then also I just wanted something sweet, and I'd never done that before because I don't really eat ice cream that much, but I was like, tonight's the night. I need it.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And
There we go.
ever since then have said that I invented the beer float, and I'm still owning that. So yeah, that's
There's
mine.
foodandwine.com has an article from 2016 that's a guide to different sorts of beer floats.
2016. See,
I was
did
gonna
that in
say.
2004.
12 years
Yeah.
ahead of that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you invented it.
I'm
Confirmed.
pretty sure I did.
We confirmed it here
First
today.
line.
So
The end.
we've basically only got health foods so far. The banana crepancake, the peanut butter and jelly tortilla, fried taco quesadilla,
yeah.
and a beer float.
I like.
Yeah.
And cheese
We call it a
sticks.
stout flout. Like
A stout. float.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
I mean, I think
let's go
it
with
probably
that.
could use a little workshopping, but that's
Nope, that's it.
that's it.
Strong start.
Take it and run.
thank you.
Mhm.
Well, number 3 on the list today is me.
Get it.
So I'm going to tell you guys, I also have a bunch that I thought of because I like to cook.
Because you're
weird
George.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The image.
Yeah. I've
Oh,
always
cooking.
hated using recipes. So pretty much anytime, like the first time I like stir fried like vegetables and chicken together with sauce, I was like, I just invented a new type of food. So I have a lot of these in my history, but there's only one that aside from Yellowbird, there's only one that I've won an award for. When I was in 3rd grade in Birmingham, Alabama, there was a baking or I think it was a baking contest at the local Bruno's, which Daniel knows used to be
Great grocery store.
it was a grocery chain that was based in Birmingham, Alabama, and their flagship location was right there in Hoover. And I lived really close to it, and they had like a kids like baking competition, and the goal was like you make cookies or brownies or something like that, and there's a panel of judges, and they give out awards to kids for making these desserts. And so what most people did was they used like a mix, or they got their mom to help them make something. I was not down with that.
Not George.
Hey, there's no
nope.
shame in having your mom help, though, right?
There's no shame. No, there's not any shame in it. I'm not shaming those people. I'm just saying that like the people who won first and second prize in this contest were using like cookie mix. Their moms helped them do it. And my mom was like, do you want to make some cookies together? Or like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I'm going off book, Mom. I'm going to just do my own thing. I won third place for this idea. I've got a ribbon. Maybe I still have it somewhere in a box.
Definitely do.
And a little apron, a little kid's like Bruno's apron. And my recipe was get out. Hey, do you have a notebook? Do you get a notebook?
I already threw it away.
Throw it away.
Because you can now throw it. No, you're going to need it. You're going to need it.
Oh, shoot.
One box
threw it.
of Rice Krispies cereal.
Snap, crackle, pop.
1 jar of Jif peanut butter. And you just put both of those things in a bowl and you mix them around together. And then you make little balls out of them and you put them on a cookie sheet and you put them in the freezer.
Ooh. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
Twist.
Yeah, twist ending. And that's it.
Oh,
I was 3rd grade George making stoner snacks.
Yeah.
What if we took these Rice Krispies and like
Frozen
rolled them in
crunchy
some-
peanut butter.
Yeah, I never came up with a name for them. I think I just called them like Rice Krispie peanut butter balls. But I feel like Katie's got a name. Katie, you're naming these
I'm
today.
gonna have to think about this one for a little bit.
PB rice balls.
Cold
Snap
Krispies.
Crackle Peanuts. I like Cold
Oh.
Krispies.
Yeah, Cold
Oh.
Krispies. Hey, Katie, say Cold Crispy.
Cold Crispy.
Great idea, Katie.
Great idea,
Thank
Katie. So Cold Krispies.
Cold Krispies.
That's mine.
Sounds kind of
Cold PB
homemade.
Krispies.
I was that was basically an extension of like we used to eat peanut. I would eat cereal for breakfast every morning, and whatever cereal I had, I would just put peanut butter in it. I was just like, oh, this Raisin Bran would be good with
like with the milk or just solo.
Well, it would be I would do the cereal and then peanut butter, and then I'd pour the milk and I mix it all around.
Don't act like there's not a process, Kelsey. Come on now.
Come on.
Don't act like that wasn't chunky.
What do you think this is? Willy-nilly?
Wow.
So that was mine, Cold Krispies.
What's the candy bar that's like the chocolate with the crispy rice in it, or the like Rice Krispie things
Kit
in
Kat?
it?
Is that Kit Kat?
No, it's not Kit Kat. It's not
Nestle
Mr.
Crunch.
Goodbar.
Scrumptious.
It is
Wendy
Nestle.
Crunches.
It is Nestle
That's
Crunch.
why
Yeah,
I like Nestle
it's
Crunch.
kind of like a frozen PB Crunch.
Frozen PB Crunch.
Yeah.
The pre-Nestle days.
A crispy cold crunch.
Oh, crispy cold PB Crunch.
Why is it
getting
gotta
too
be
long.
cold though?
Because it put it in the freezer.
Do you have to eat
You
it
could put it in
cold?
the fridge because
Well-
peanut butter gets hard in the fridge too.
Yeah, it was. Well, I put it in the freezer because I had to like bring them from my house to the place. So they were the goal was for them to be like, because when they were, I was gonna just serve them as just like Rice Krispie and peanut butter balls, but then they were like too hard, and I was like, oh, I need to, or they were too soft and mushy. And so I put them in the freezer. So like by the time I got them from our house to the Bruno's, they were like,
You slacked them out on the car ride.
yeah,
I like that.
I'm slacking
Room
them out.
temp. Yeah. Yeah.
What if you battered and flash fried them when they were frozen?
You know, that
They're
would
like
be better.
frozen ice cream.
Yeah. I think
Sounds
you need to
better.
put some
Wow.
chocolate shell on those.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just
Wow.
Now, have you made?
I like how this
these
conversation has gone
since?
from, hey, what'd you make to, how can we make it a lot
Yeah,
better?
exactly.
Sorry, third grade George,
That's fine.
close but no cigar.
I haven't
Yeah.
bought Rice Krispies in many years though.
Have you made them since you won third place?
I mean, I used to just like mixing peanut butter and cereal, whether I added milk and had it for breakfast or just as a snack,
Right.
that was a pretty like regular practice for me.
But have you made them like the whole ceremonial
No,
process?
I have not.
Wow.
I haven't.
I just like that George chose this question so he could flex his
Yes, absolutely.
third place.
He was
win.
holding that over our
like,
head.
yeah. I was like, what? I was like, how can I
Dude.
tell people that I'm kind of a big deal?
Yeah.
Listen,
And
I don't know if you guys
I've-
have ever gotten runner up in anything, but it feels really good.
It feels.
I don't know if you guys
incredible.
have ever gotten an apron for your troubles, but have.
runner up.
But then you
runner up.
got
I've heard
got
this
the
story from
apron.
George at least 20,000 times.
Yeah, I did get the apron.
Then you
Aw.
never wore it to make them again.
No,
Mm. Wow.
I like.
That's
I mean,
your
I like
rosebud
to.
right there.
I like to get halfway to the top and then just stop and then just give it up. So
Flew too close to the sun.
too close.
Okay,
Okay,
they were frozen.
Daniel, tell us about a food or recipe that you are pretty sure that you invented.
Man, this is tricky, right? I mean, I believe it was Buckminster Fuller who once said, "At no point are there more than 12 people on the planet with original ideas," or something like that. I don't know what Bucky Fuller sounded like. Anyway, I don't know, man. I've had so many stops and starts while thinking about this because, like, everybody at some point has been like, "Yo, I invented marshmallows and popcorn," like, ugh, right? And then you realize, oh no, that was
That was
wasn't
my
me.
friend's mom actually at a sleepover. So
Oh yeah,
take that
exactly.
from Miss
Thanks,
Debbie.
friend's mom.
yeah,
Yeah.
Miss Debbie had it going on.
Miss Debbie.
Of course, it's a lady named Debbie. And there's that part of it. So I really had to like rack my brain, like okay, I was not the first person to like be out of breadcrumbs and like make turkey meatloaf with like sweet potato and spinach, which was horrible. It was terrible when I made it. But I was like, hey, because like
I think you made that at our apartment
in Birmingham. Yeah,
Birmingham.
Yeah, that was an English.
I remember
Village.
a turkey meatloaf.
Yeah, it was pretty awful, but we still ate it because we were broke. And I think so. I think everyone's had like a struggle meal experience. They're like, all right, what am I gonna make? But for me, I had a recent one that was pretty, like, it was surprisingly good, and I'm relatively certain that few other people on the planet would have been doing it, before me. I had some rice, I had some baked beans, I had some kimchi, surprise twist, and I put that together, kind of like bibimbap, and man, it was delicious. You take a little rice, a little baked beans, a little kimchi on there, boom. It smells funky. You don't make a lot of friends with it. Man, it was good. And it was filling enough that I was like, oh man, yeah, I'm not gonna be hungry before dinner, but it was like light enough that I'm like not gonna ruin my dinner, It was
well, I think you won the healthiest. Well, we still haven't heard from.
Yeah, from Kelsey, what you got? But no, I mean, like, what gives me the most confidence in that one is it's just weird. Not that it was necessarily good or inventive.
It's the specificity of baked beans where I'm running into a roadblock, because aren't baked beans kind of sweet?
Great question. It was like a cracked pepper baked bean.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
all right. Did you bake the beans yourself?
No, they actually.
I think I know where you got the beans from.
Were they pre-baked?
Same beans.
They were baked beans. Yeah, no, they were from a can. From like a really tasty baked bean.
Oh, I love a canned bean.
Yeah. So, sorry for all you guys that are much more like culinarily adventurous than I am, but this was just, hey, what do I have? I mean, again, it's not like I even got the kimchi. I didn't make the kimchi. I got it from Costco, right?
I love that though. I love a struggle meal. I'm all about it.
I think that's where most of our meals have come from, where it's just like, you have a challenge now. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Well, and I don't think that has to never have been done before. It just has to have never have entered your mind before.
No, this question was specifically that it's never been done before.
That it's never won. It's never placed in an official competition before.
Runner up.
Second place for me was the lasagna taco, because like Aaron, when you were like peanut butter and jelly taco, I was like, yes, like I
want to hear more about the lasagna taco.
Yeah, I want to hear more about the lasagna.
Because I don't feel comfortable putting beans and rice with stuff on top down in this book.
Writing a book.
Listen, man, like all I know is like I showed up to a wedding. I don't know, this was years ago. I showed up to a wedding and they were really excited about their mashed potato bar. And I'm like, first of all, delicious, great, but like, who has the audacity to say, yeah, I invented like mashed potatoes with stuff on it, right? Oh, hey, we got a grits bar.
Did they serve the potatoes in little martini glasses?
You better believe that.
Because we had that at our prom.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying, man.
The least
like,
sexy food for a high school dance.
But between like mashed potato bars, like I've seen a
you kids get too frisky. Here's some mashed potatoes.
But they're in a martini glass. That's the best part.
It was good. Like it was really good. You had a couple different mashed potatoes to choose from. You had all the toppings, but like what got me was just the nerve of these caterers to say, we came up with this concept. Like, get out of here. Oh yeah, potatoes with stuff on top. Good work.
And it's in a glass.
Yeah. But again, like same thing, like lasagna taco it's not much different, Aaron, than your story, right? Hey, I've got lasagna, I've got taco shells. Cool.
No.
Yeah. It's just so hard.
It's just funny because it's like a
hard taco. It was a hard taco.
Dude, yeah, it was like an old El Paso taco shell and like some lasagna that we
okay, well that makes more sense because I was thinking of a soft taco with soft lasagna, and I was just like, wow, that's a lot of soft.
So did you chop up the lasagna so it kind of like could get down in the taco? How did you get?
No, man, I just cut it in the right shape to where I could like. Have you ever seen a steak taco where you like shave the steak onto the taco?
Yeah,
it's kind of like that. I just like shaved.
So you were making
because it was
you're
cold.
making like lasagna into like fajita slices.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
it.
Yeah,
you just kept the lasagna meat cold. You didn't even heat it up.
Well, no, I put it in the taco and then heated it all up. And put it in the taco shell.
He's not an animal, Katie. Come on.
Yeah, look, just because I'm a man doesn't mean I'm a caveman, Katie.
How
I mean, you are eating lasagna tacos.
Let's also be clear, like I am a hungry son of a gun. So like like everything tastes good to me. I'm like, oh, this is really good. But no, I'm just really hungry all the time.
Yeah.
So I think this, like, all of these meals came about when I was running like 70 miles a week. So I'm like,
And you know
okay,
what, Daniel?
this is
Stay
yum.
hungry.
Stay hungry.
Dude, stay hungry, stay humble. That's my motto.
I'm just baffled that you put beans and rice before lasagna taco.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't know if you've ever tried mixing rice. Hold on. With beans.
Yeah, but
Remember that it's a baked bean.
it was the kimchi
that's
part
true.
of it that I thought was really going to be the twist.
Yeah.
Throw me for a loop.
The hook.
People
Yeah.
put kimchi on a
Wow.
lot of stuff, though.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like every Korean listener we have is going, yeah, dude, that's how I made it through college. What are you doing? So,
Yeah.
We've got a big segment of Korean listeners, Korean American audience. Just
Yeah.
going to the analytics real quick.
yeah. I mean, my brother-in-law. I mean, yeah, that's about it.
Well, do we have lasagna tacos is a pretty solid name for a taco with lasagna in it.
Yeah.
Katie, you workshopping
Yeah.
any other names for the lasagna taco over there?
I'd rather just leave that recipe out.
Nope, can't do it. That's the one you
Tacozania. Tacozania.
Mm.
Ooh.
La taco?
La
You got tacos on you.
I don't know. Lasagna
Yeah.
taco is probably the best name for it.
What's the kind of
Lasagna
is that
shells.
the name of the pasta? What is that? Lasagna pasta? The little
I think
ripply.
lasagna is the
Yeah, lasagna is the noodle.
pasta.
Lasagna's the
Yeah.
thing.
Lasagna is the noodle. Okay, so yeah.
It sounds real carby. It sounds like a carb loading kind of.
Oh, for
Kinda
sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, you guys
Carb
have all
up.
been to like food trade shows with me. I'm a garbage can of a human being. So like, yeah, put all the carbs in there. I don't care.
I've also sat in an office with you with a half-eaten protein bar, and you're like, "Y'all have it. I'll eat that."
Yeah. Oh, you guys have like one Pop-Tart left? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
on it.
Oh,
What
it
you
was
got?
on the floor in the corner collecting dust.
Just
No
a
problem, I
real
got you.
Pop
I'll eat
Tart.
it. I'll take it.
Yeah, I got a long drive ahead of me. It's like 20 minutes.
Yeah. You got to drive all the way up to Dallas.
You
That's
just
true.
find food in between the seat cushions. Yep.
All right,
Okay.
Kelsey, I really want to know, does yours
Well,
have
let-
any cheese in it? Ugh, that's my one question.
Lasagna taco. That's going to lead us in
Tacozania.
to our very last one.
Well, I have
Kelsey.
I have a very specific meal, but hearing Daniel talk about lasagna tacos actually unlocked another thing that I made that I
Oh,
completely
you'd
forgot
love
about. So should I start with the one that it unlocked, or should I tell you?
yeah,
the
yeah.
next one?
Let's talk about the one that lasagna.
Okay,
tacos
so
made me
level
think of.
unlocked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
Achievement.
I forgot
unlocked.
about the spaghetti sandwich.
Oh god.
Yes.
Yeah. So like growing up, my mom would make really delicious spaghetti sauce, but then my aunt would also make like really delicious spaghetti sauce. So we always had either my mom's spaghetti sauce or my aunt's spaghetti sauce, like in the freezer, in the fridge, wherever. Like it was just constantly there. There was one Tupperware that was just stained red and it was always full.
So hang on, just to be clear, was this your aunt, your mom's sister, or your mom's sister-in-law?
It's like my mom's friend that we call my aunt. So
Okay,
why do we got to
okay.
split hairs?
Well, I'm just
know.
wondering, like, if your dad had to pick sides, he would
No
go with your
bad
mom's,
blood.
not with your aunt's.
No, you just eat. There's a Tupperware. Sometimes you don't know whose it is. It's just always either in the fridge or the freezer. So we would have, ongoing spaghetti nights. And sometimes growing up, my mom would separate, the noodles and the sauce in separate Tupperwares. But then as we got older, she's like, just put it in one Tupperware. What's the big deal? Had a lot of spaghetti, mix it all together. So there would be like cold spaghetti in the fridge, just waiting. And I was like, that sounds good. But, we also had some garlic bread last night that we didn't finish, or we'd have those individual slices. So yeah, you'd toast up 2 pieces of garlic bread and then you would heat up the spaghetti and you would just put it together. And
then
Well, it
batter
sounds like a
deep fry
sloppy
it.
Joe, but like a spaghetti sloppy.
yeah, and
Joe.
there's
Yeah,
noodles in
also-
there. There's
Daniel, I was
Italian
also thinking
sauce.
about frying it. Sounds-
Frying it. I was like
Like a bat-
11.
yeah.
It was got to do it. Just put it in the microwave. We didn't have time
Yeah,
for all
that's
that. And yeah, now if you made the spaghetti sandwich again, but it was so good because, the garlic side of the garlic bread is smushing the spaghetti. And so you make a little spaghetti sandwich.
I
I'm
like
gonna call
the
it the
idea 'cause I'm-
Italian sloppy Joe.
Yeah. You can
Yeah.
also dip it in ranch if you're, uncultured.
Oh my
Got a
god.
big valley of you got a big bottle of Hidden Valley, like gallon size. So that was big fun. And yes, Katie, you would have to put some Parmesan on that, obviously.
Okay, there we go.
The
Yeah.
shaky
Yes.
Like-
Yes.
Yeah.
The shaky
Cheese.
Parmesan.
So that was a big meal for me. I would say as a child, like when I discovered that was just really exciting. And that'd be like an after school snack, like we still got to eat dinner later, but you come home, mom's not home yet, and you're like, I'm eyeing that spaghetti.
That is bold though, to put a spaghetti sandwich in there knowing that dinner's going to go on top of it in a few hours.
Yeah,
we were just
bold
talking
move.
about carbing up,
I'm a
but that, I
maximalist,
think that
you know?
wins the carb up.
I think
for
it does.
Yeah,
But hey,
because you get that big,
you
those big
come home
slices
from
of
school.
toast.
If you're going to catch the back half of General Hospital, you need something like some energy to get you through that.
Yeah. ABC Family had a lot of, shows that were dealing with a lot. So you had to have a big snack to get you ready for those.
Yeah.
But then, so I do feel like, I haven't changed much since the age of 12. And so my current, this meal that I've come up with is like my current pantry staple meal that I'm pretty sure I invented. And it doesn't have a name, so we can definitely workshop that, but it is very specific. It's the 4 Ps. So when I'm looking at, what do I have ready to go, I always have like a rogue pasta in the pantry, right? There's a pasta. I would prefer that it's shells, and you'll learn why, but really anything that you got will work. So start with your pasta. If it's a boxed shell mac and cheese, that's really choice.
That's where it's at.
So let's boil that pasta, get it going. While that's boiling, you're going to want to get out of your freezer that you have for injuries some frozen peas. So you have it there in case you get a boo-boo, whatever. You're going to put maybe, let's say, half the bag in a colander. Just go ahead and let it, chill, but it's becoming unchill because it's sitting. So then after you make your pasta, you're going to drain your pasta over those peas. So that's going to go ahead and cook the peas for you. 2 steps, you're done. If you want, save some pasta water. I don't know. So we got first P is pasta. Second P is peas. Then you want to hit it with some Parmigiano Reggiano or Parmesan, if you're not familiar. I like to keep at all times, I feel very safe with a big block of Parmesan just in the fridge, ready to go, ready to be grated, preferably microplaned. So you're going to want to pour that, like do a little over the hot pasta. I'm going to go ahead and melt that down. And then, you already salted the water. So then your 4th P is pepper. You can go fresh cracked black pepper. You can go red pepper flakes. You can do both, but you got to have a pepper element. So yeah, pasta, peas, parm, pepper, good to go. That is the most basic iteration. I always have those things. People will say, what about the sauce? You can put some pasta water in there. That's another P. If you want to go off the peas, throw some butter in it, throw some milk in it. You want to go back to the 3 Ps, throw a packet from the box mac and cheese in there, another P. But yeah, that's the basic iteration. It's.
Can I just step in and say that you may have created pasta water as a condiment just now?
I was going to say, that's like,
yeah, you got
save that pasta water.
It's like
save
more
that
like a
salty
dressing.
Pasta water in a,
yeah,
in
and
a
you just
bottle.
pour it over. Well, if you ever made cacio e pepe, it's literally just like they cook it with the pasta water and the Parmesan. So it's kind of like my take on it, but that takes a long time, and this is really easy. And if you put the peas in there, you feel like you're eating something green, and so you're like, I am the picture of health.
it's healthy.
Yeah, it's healthy, and I always have all those things.
Are we gonna name this one Cacio de PP?
Oh wow!
Yep. Yes, we are. As a matter of fact, yes.
Wow.
Glad to have you, Katie.
And I really like, first of all, I really love that name. I'm going to run with that. But I like doing my preferable combination is I'll name her, the Annie's white cheddar box mac and cheese with the shells. Because you can use the white cheddar packet.
Rears its head again, second time in 2 episodes.
Exactly. You can put the white cheddar, goes nice, the powder goes nicely with the Parmesan. It's Annie's, so you feel like a little better about your health. But the shells are key because they'll hold the pea in them.
Yes.
Like a little pea and a little
Like
shell.
a little taco.
Yeah,
Yes,
like
I agree. Shells win over all other.
It's
pastas.
great.
Yeah.
Well, and I like that a lot too, because it reminds me a lot of like my mom would go out of town, and my dad cooks. He's good on the grill. He's great at the fryer, but he only cooks a handful of things. And so like whenever my mom would go out of town, there was always one meal. It's bow tie pasta with like chunks of cheddar and peas and pepper in a little salad. Like that was it. It's like that reminds me of like dad meals.
Yeah.
Right.
Dad
and
meals.
like cold, I feel like that's like a cold pasta too.
salad. Yeah.
Yeah. Pasta
Is
salad
there a
with
cookbook
mayonnaise.
called Dad Meals?
There
I'm
be.
sure
Probably.
there is.
There's
Because
gotta
I feel
be.
like that would be a really great like coffee.
There should be
table,
a
like,
cookbook
comedy
called
book.
Dad Bod.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like Jim Gaffigan wrote it, and it's all about just going to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Dad Meals.
Based on the
Yeah.
one dad in this conversation, I don't know if I would want to buy that book.
I don't think it's okay. So here's listen to my whole pitch. This pitch is not it's a recipe book, but that's not how you're supposed
kids,
to use
if
it.
you're hungry, you'll eat it. Okay.
The way you're supposed to use it is like a comedy book for your coffee table. You don't put it in your kitchen for the purpose of making this food. It's just to like.
It's not meant to be made.
Got it.
Yeah.
Get it.
Meant to be talked about.
Meant to be talked about.
Yeah, it's really just pork chops and ketchup.
Unless you're Daniel, in which case it's meant to be eaten.
It's meant to be made.
I mean, I do feel like pasta is so forgiving. Like most people can boil water and make pasta, even if your water boils over every time because you're bad at staying in the room. But it's you can boil it, you can drain it. You're step one. Feel confident.
And I'm seeing this like social media craze taking over the world, like the pasta chips, right? You're like,
what?
You boil your pasta, you dry it, and then you air fry it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's a crunchy little pasta snack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Sounds
sounds like something I would like a lot because I also like the like kind of burnt rice at the bottom of the pan.
Oh yeah,
crunchy rice.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, sounds like something I would like because fried carbs.
Just exactly.
Apparently,
did you guys watch that thing on Netflix? Was like salt water?
Yes, that's an actual dish, and I got so excited. I was like, George, it's an actual dish.
The Iranian mama was like, yes.
Yeah, that's how you know you're going to be a good wife if you can make that perfectly burnt rice at the bottom.
Yeah,
flip
it over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's how you know. Okay, let's do a quick recap. I want to make sure that we properly named all of these. Katie. Banana Crepancakes.
Solid.
It was so strong.
See the website for the recipe. Aaron, PBJ Taco.
Let's call them quesadillas. They're really more like quesadillas and beer float.
Did we come up with it? We didn't come up with a good name for that one.
Which one?
PBJ Quesadillas.
Nutsadillas.
Maybe.
That's all I got.
I approve.
You get one.
Okay, well.
The Mexican PB&J.
PBJ Sadilla.
There it is.
Quesadilla.
PBJ Sadilla. I mean, I'll go with it. Yeah.
Call 855-700-BIRD to come up with a name for this recipe. Mine was the crispy cold crunchies or something.
Num 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 num.
Daniel got that lasagna taco.
Mm-hmm.
Which for some reason makes Katie really uncomfortable every time it's said.
Yeah.
Taco lasagna.
There's something about leftover lasagna noodles that kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. It's just like a floppy like lasagna noodle, like a cold
leftover noodle. It's in the lasagna.
Leftover casserole. It's cheese and meat
it's
and tomato sauce. And
it makes me think about the noodle. Anyway,
that's personal for you then.
Kelsey,
we need to like double click on that, kind of go deeper into the lasagna noodle for you.
No, it's not a story I'm ready to tell in this season.
Okay. It's next season.
And Kelsey had the cacio de pepe.
I love it so much. I will be making that this week. Like I'm just being real. Now I'm craving it.
Okay, now the twist at the end of this is that I'm going to assign everybody one of these to make today.
Today.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
What if I don't have everything?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have leftover lasagna.
I got fresh fig jam.
I'm just kidding.
She's jamming.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
I've got my notepad ready.
Finally. we just got kind of excited. But,
everybody, those were pretty good answers. I'm glad we did this.
Pretty good. Much like this whole podcast.
It was like, hey,
pretty good.
As the reviews are pouring in, this podcast, it's okay.
I'm really curious, like, if anyone listening has either made a version of these or is like way more creative than us.
Yeah, call us and tell us your
know.
things.
I want to know y'all's weird foods,
Mm-hmm.
weird food creations.
If we get some calls about weird food combinations, I'm gonna read the best one on the air, and I'll send you some of my weirdest food creation, yellowbird sauce, if you want. I think that's a good place to wrap it up, guys. This has been weird food creations.
Great transition
on season 2 on the white cheddar season of the
It has
podcast.
to be brought up every episode.
Yeah, we're going to work in white cheddar every episode. So hang on to your seats. As always, feel free to call us, text us at 855-700-BIRD. That's 855-700-BIRD. And everybody make sure you hug your dogs, hug your cats, kiss your neighbors, and have a great day. Bye.
With their consent.